And welcome to the penultimate episode of the Haunting of Bly Manor. So, the last episode was quite slowly paced. Wasn't my favorite, but was not, I would say, as bad as the Jolly Corner. We are getting answers, but in a fashion that is not really delicate. I would think it's almost like they are giving us just the information for the sake of giving us the information, because coming to the last two episodes we need to have these informations. I would have definitely rather have preferred to have these explanations spread out a little bit more throughout the first 4 episodes or so, because they really built on the mystery, and then the last 2 episodes they just got all of this information thrown at us, all of the explanations, kind of in a really expository way, if I could say so. So I really hope that the last 2 episodes, are not just factual and will kind of... Oh. Sorry, if you could see her, the cat, she's sick. We got her to the vet this morning and I have to watch over her. But yeah, where was I? Yes, I hope that we are going to get, back to the feel of sensitivity that we had in the first couple of episodes of fright, mystery and everything, because what's happening is because of all of that explanations going on, I kind of lost the sense of, tension and seriousness that we had in the first few episodes. 1 second, please. Turns out I may be doing part of the reaction like this. I'm sorry. So yeah, because I really love the tension in the Haunting of Bly Manor in the first couple of episodes, but then we kind of lost it. So I really would like to find it yet again, because it's a horror show, in the end. As much as I like, I'm not in it for the jump scares. I'm really loving the tension and the mystery of it. So I really hope that we're going to have this a little bit more in the last 2 episodes, because in my opinion, we kind of lost it in the last 2, or at least it was less effective on me, I would say. So yes, without any further ado, we're gonna jump right in. The full length reaction to that episode is available on Patreon, link down below in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe if that's not already the case, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a new video. There are daily uploads coming on the channel. I also have a new channel called LAKEY Gaming, dedicated to all of my gaming. If that's something that interests you, go check it out. The links to all of my social media are down below in the description box. You might see a little bit of this little one here, by the way, in my stories on Instagram. And that being said, we're gonna jump right in. Let's go.
Toward the middle of the 17th century,
oh,
he was an honest, resolute, intelligent young man, and his little capital of uninvested affections.
So his history repeating itself, always a matter of love story. And
in fact, every detail of Viola's entrance was a pageant. The sweat from her eye, the wildness of her hair,
a matter of
the business,
jealousy,
the books,
perhaps.
the riding boots in the foyer.
For better, for worse, or richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love.
So far, I can't exactly tell if this is Viola or Perdita who's the killing ghost.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health.
It's funny to hear her with this accent.
And obey, to love, cherish, and obey.
Of course.
The vicar believed this an innocent omission. It was not. A surprise not to Perdita, who knew her sister better than...
Surprise not to me either. But yeah, I'm suspecting maybe a matter of ownership of a Bly Manor or something like this. Sort of avenging God. Not God, ghost. Sorry.
It is you. It is me. It is us.
Jealousy. Feeling left alone.
All things change given time. Change does not often announce itself. It does not trumpet its arrival.
Sitting affair.
As for Viola, her suspicion began as small, as inconsequential as the tickle in her lungs.
So now the question is natural sickness or poison? To have a mask. Plague doctor.
It is not the plague.
Alright.
She has the lung.
What does that...
How long?
What does that
How
mean?
long, Doctor?
Months. Months at the most.
The black and white is quite real that I have to say. It's not always something easy to pull off.
Say the words after me.
She's not really a religious person.
No.
What did you say?
Yeah.
No.
She's not giving up.
Tell your God that I do not go.
I'm okay with that.
And then,
Isabel?
5 times round the sun,
Is she gone? Oh! Okay. She's still here. Vomit I can't. Luckily it's black and white. Oh, careful. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. Get over there. I put her on the seat next to me. Yeah, she has trouble walking.
Think of Isabel. Because Viola with love, let it be anything else.
She's just getting slapped and slapped and slapped. It's should wear a helmet.
year of Viola's living death, she summoned to her room
Living
all
death.
the jewels and clothes she had accumulated in her days before the sickness.
Do you promise me, Arthur? Promise me that you will keep them for her? That you will keep the key and you will never give it to anyone except our child.
This is terribly lyrical. I'm loving it.
A thought occurred to her. The word had come to her a full year prior, and like the tickle in Viola's lung, it had grown in the secret places.
Is she going to kill her sister? Is she
until
gonna
the
kill her?
word came
Yeah.
to live in her hand. The word was mercy,
Yeah.
and the word was a lie. As she moved her hand, it was every slap, every insult. No, the word had always been enough.
She's rather talkative, this narrator. Isn't she?
And the echo, growing louder, did deafen him to the songs of others.
Come on. Come on.
Married as was becoming with great privacy.
Come on.
That perhaps the late Viola may not hear of it.
Ah, yes, Viola. And she's buried just right here. Come on, guys. Even for these times where things are happening. What was that? A mask or... You killed your sister, you're marrying a husband. If you can sleep well at night, I don't know. I mean, you could, but you could expect some things happening to you in return. So yeah, in that attic, we did see the ghost of a fading away figure in olden gowns. I wonder if maybe it was one of the sisters then. Can you feel it, people? It's not feeling good. Oh! Fudge! That one was good. That one was really good. Sorry, cat. Is she dead? Yeah. Oh! She's not just dead. Alright, the other side of the story. Is she buried with her gowns in the chest? Yes, she is. Yes. It's an interesting use of the delicate sound. Twinkles. Healthy. No dialogue, no music, just a rumble in the background. That's very compelling. I'm really loving it. It's very simple directing style.
She would sleep. She would wake. She would walk.
Oh, covering mirrors. Yet again. Yeah, she's decaying.
And one day, Isabel would open her mother's trunk and claim her reward.
Not the reunion she was hoping for. I feel sorry for her. I'm telling it already. I'd say I'm okay with that.
No matter. She'd be
Are they going to leave without
And that
her?
was all that
If she's
mattered.
going to be stuck on the property.
His superstition defied reason.
Is he going to throw it in the lake?
His daughter, nor anyone else.
Oh no. That sucks.
It shattered Viola's heart.
I bet so.
The pull of that next world ignored, she instead made her own gravity. Gravity of will. That would change the terrain of Bly Manor.
Okay, is she the reason why no soul can escape the premises?
She would wake.
She would walk.
And she would walk.
It isn't safe. You mustn't be in this wing without protection.
Her gravity, it seemed, her invented gravity that held her to the grounds, that kept her in purgatory. It would hold others too.
I'm glad that we get an explanation to this, because we didn't get any kind of an explanation to the Haunting of Bly house.
And alas, the poor vicar, the second person to find himself in Viola's path.
There was no surprise.
And with the forgetting, an ailment altogether monstrous.
Fading
All
away.
things fade. A fate that befell Viola's once sister, now forgotten in the attic, unaware that she'd ever had a sister at all.
Okay, so that's her that we saw with Peter.
Stop!
A fate that befell a poor valet. No hope for the victims of Bly, be they victims of fate, or vice, or disease, or of each other.
I'm loving that. Next episode, obviously. I really loved that episode. I genuinely really loved it. Really loved the performances. But I have a problem with it. Being that it feels like we wasted an episode. You know, we get 9 episodes of the Haunting of Bly Manor, and I feel like as much as I enjoyed that episode, and I feel like it was neat, I feel like it's a wasted episode in, the scheme of things. I talked at the beginning of the reaction about, and then maybe in the last two, but I talked about the fact I do not like when informations are just exposed to us like this, almost out of the blue. And that episode feels quite like it to me, As an episode, as its own narrative in itself, I'm loving it. I'm loving how it's done. I'm loving the actual story of it. But as part of the series, and considering the episodes coming before that, and considering that it is the penultimate episode, I'm not so fond about it. Like I said, I would have really rather have had something spread out throughout the season, really. Now, I don't know how it could have fit and everything. It maybe have required a different writing of the season as a whole, But having 4 episodes of mystery, 2 episodes or 5 episodes of mystery, 2 episodes of explanations, 1 episode that gives you all of the answers, and then the final episode, I find it in terms of structure a little, I wouldn't say too simple because there's nothing wrong with being simple, but I would say it's too easy. I would say, as a structure. Because, it feels a little bit too easy. I wouldn't say lazy, because there's nothing lazy, about this writing, and there's nothing lazy, about the actual story in itself, but I find it quite easy to do. And I'm not feeling like it's really hooking you up. It's going to be 3 episodes since we've actually had any sort of progress in the narrative. Episode 6 was just full of flashbacks explaining things. Episode 7 was the same, and so is episode 8. And so it's even going to be 4 episodes since we've had actually any kind of progress with Danny, with the kids, with everybody. And it's taken us 3 episodes out of 9 to explain to us what is going on. Because we've had to explain, even considering this sole episode here, I'm not even sure that the Jolly Corner episode is really relevant anymore. It could have been relevant if maybe the deaths and the ghost and what was happening was related somehow to Henry Wingrave. But it's not. So as much as this episode was I'd say interesting because you get to learn more about Henry Wingrave and everything, it feels almost kind of irrelevant in that mystery that is the Haunting of Bly Manor. So this is maybe the problem that I have with the structure and what they've decided to put in this or that episode. But then again, I loved that episode in itself, the narrative, the directing style of it, the performances, the characters. I really loved them as much as, I'm dissing on Perdita. Of course, I loved the way the character was written and how it fits in the story and everything. And I'm loving the fact that we get an explanation for that hunting, because in the Haunting of a House, it was basically just a house is there and the people live in this, and it's just like it. And I feel like giving a reason and an explanation to the hunting, it had such a dimension, to what the hunting means, that I'm loving it so much. And I was speculating, is there a reason why Peter was killed? Is there maybe a mystical reason out of anything for that hunting to be happening and to these people. And no, it's just about the sorrow and the distress of an individual, and I find it so compelling, and it says something very powerful about emotions and things like this, and I'm really, really loving it. So it's a game changer for me in the way that it gives like I said, a whole dimension to what the hunting actually is. And just these characters, Peter, Rebecca, Hannah, they're all misfortunate victims, really. Terrible things happen to them, and the fact that they are just stuck here is just a series of misfortunate events, and there is no grand scheme of anything, and I'm loving that. So I'm gonna jump into the final episode of The Haunting of Bly Manor because I need to watch it, and I feel like since it's been 2 episodes now that we've been left in suspense with Danny, I need to know what's going to be happening, if she's going to die or not, what's going to happen with the children. I'm not expecting for Viola to find any peace now. She's gone. She's just moved by this phantom persona of hers, desire, these vague ideas of something that are just moving her like an unstoppable force that she's not aware of. And I'm not expecting any new sort of good ending for her. I mean, her life has slipped away from her. She had a dream and she's gone, and everything she was looking forward to is gone. So I'm really curious to know what's gonna happen. For the Haunting of Hill House, the children kept the house for nobody else to ever walk these grounds. I'm really curious to know what's gonna happen with Bly Manor now. So yes, thank you very much everybody for watching. Always a pleasure. Tell me down below in the comments section if you feel like me or if you feel different regarding the structure, regarding the episode in itself, regarding the characters. Tell me maybe what were your predictions as of this point to what was going to be happening in the finale, and tell me, I know, save it for the last episode to tell me if you preferred The Haunting of Bly Manor or The Haunting of Hill House. I may have my idea already, but I'm saving it for the last episode because depending on how obviously this series ends, it might totally sway my opinion, the one that I have right now. So thank you very much for watching. Really enjoy all of your love and support. Not an easy sentence to say. Full-length reaction is available on Patreon, link down below in the description box, and the full-length reaction to the finale as of the date that this reaction is posted is already on the Patreon as well. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like, that is really appreciated. I'm going to be seeing you for the finale. Until then, please take care, have a nice life, and have a nice summer. Have a good time. Bye.